He's back. Motivation morning call. Rise and shine, everybody. Yeah. He's here. Today, the subject will be cognitive dissonance because I think it's something we all in some way suffer from cognitive dissonance. And cognitive dissonance, it's not only when it comes to, I've came across this subject of cognitive dissonance because before I research into the truth and the flat earth and stuff, I was never really I did never even that word never crossed my mind, never, probably because I was in cognitive dissonance, so I wasn't aware of the word even. But once I started to these are not stuff that I knew from day one. I had to learn it. I had to research and do learn on stuff. So cognitive dissonance is a subject that I appreciate learning a lot about because a lot of my people around me are in cognitive dissonance. A lot of my brothers and sisters are in cognitive dissonance, and even me, I'm in cognitive dissonance in some aspect of my life because cognitive dissonance, people, I am ready. Wisdom, yeah. Big up, Abby. Big up, Wisdom. Big up, Ibar. Greatness. Yeah, cognitive dissonance is a subject I like to talk about because a lot of my brothers and sisters are in cognitive dissonance, and even me sometimes. This is what I was going to say, because cognitive dissonance doesn't only apply to the earth, to the shape of the earth. We are in cognitive dissonance in a lot of stuff, especially if you're, just take for example, okay, we can take it for the shape of the earth, of course. A lot of people are in denial. They don't want to see it, or they are in cognitive dissonance. I'll explain a bit more what is cognitive dissonance. I printed out some documents, so I did some research yesterday to find the better stuff to define what is cognitive dissonance. And that's it. Cognitive dissonance, when I say cognitive dissonance, refers to a situation involving conflicting attitude, beliefs, or behaviors. So it's deep, it's very deep. And even like if you take, for example, that's what I was gonna go on. I kind of change subject again. That's what I do all the time. I go from one thing to another. But cognitive dissonance, if you work in an office, okay, just take, for example, you work in an office all day long, you're sitting all day long, sitting down is no good. It will make you age. It will reduce your lifespan. Sitting down too long is no good. So, but you still do it. And you justify the fact that you do it by having other secondary stuff to justify the fact that you sit all day. So you're going to tell yourself that you work all day, but it's okay, you sit all day, you go exercise at night. You go exercise an hour or two. So you think that this is going to take away all the damage done by sitting down 8 hours during the day? No, it's not. So you just try to deny the fact that you sit down all day by justifying by something else. So it's the same thing happen in a lot of area in our lives. Same thing like smoking. A lot of smoking is cognitive dissonance because smoking causes cancer, but you still smoke. So you are in cognitive dissonance. The earth is not a ball, but you think it's a ball. You are in cognitive dissonance because everybody knows, especially for the shape of the earth, that come on, show me the curve. Show me the curve. Is there a curve anywhere? No, there's no curve. So if you keep believing in that fairy tale NASA story of the globe and all this illusion, you are in cognitive dissonance. But it goes very, very deep. Like I said, this produces a feeling of discomfort leading to an alteration in one of the attitudes, beliefs, or behavior to reduce the discomfort and to restore the balance. This is what we want all the time, is to restore balance in our life. That's what we look for. There's things we do that we know we shouldn't do, and there's things that we shouldn't do that we should do. Like, it's always like that. That we do, that's it. There's always things that I wake up in the morning, I know I have to do stuff, but anyway, so you try to find balance in your life all the time, and that's where cognitive dissonance come in. That's how I see it, and especially I experience it a lot with my own people, my own mother. I said the story about my mother a few times. I find it very sad that people will be such in cognitive dissonance with their belief, their little everyday life, that they will even shut down their own children. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's really, like I said, for sure, it's touching me, that old story, for sure, the story of my mother. But I'm not gonna stop at this. Like, anybody can have any title, but if you're not, you can be a mother, but if you're not acting as a mother, it's at one point you can shut down your. Me, I will never do that for anything. I will never put aside my own children for not believing what they believe. Like, even not. It's not even a matter of belief, for not opening my mind. I don't even know if it's opening our mind. I think it's just to see clear. It's opening our eyes. But if they don't want to see it, look, what can you do? They are in cognitive dissonance, and this is the way it is. And I cannot really change it, because these people will do everything to, it produces a feeling of discomfort. And you can sense that often when you confront people with what the earth is flat. Pierre Brown. Oh, Pierre is there. Pierre, the earth is still flat, my bro. Yeah. That's good to see you, Pierre. I'm happy you're there this morning. I don't know if you're still there, but you said, what? The earth is flat? And that's a guy, Pierre, that I think is really, either he's acting up or he's in cognitive dissonance big time, because he keeps coming on my channel and blast me about the ball earth and stuff like that. So the one you see there, Pierre Brown, is a big time, I think, in cognitive dissonance. But I don't care. He's still my brother. It's not because we don't agree on the same stuff. Like, and I will never be angry at people for not buying what I say here. Like, if you don't want to see it, it's your choice. It's your choice. You can live all your life in the illusion. You will never. Anyway, for some people, the world, the way it is very fine. It's very fine. But for me, it never fit my soul. The world I live in never fit my soul. So this is why I'm here and trying to find sense. And hi, good morning. Hi, Pierre. It's a pleasure, Pierre. Even I don't have harsh feeling at all. I think I blocked you at one point because I was fed up hearing your comments, nonsense comments. But anyway, at one point I have other things to do than argue with nonsense. So, but I still like you. You're still very much a human being, just like me, a divine creature. If you find divinity inside a rock, inside a tree, I find it in everybody else, even Pierre, even wisdom, Ivar, everybody. We're all divine. But this is what we have forgot. We have forgot the power of love and the power of the divinity and all that. So I don't know. This is how I feel. I feel very, very divine, very bliss, very. So I show it to the world, and yeah. Oh, Pierre, still respect you, man. Even if you don't think. Like, I don't know, me, it's at one point, cognitive dissonance, when it comes to the earth, it's like, show me the curve. It's like, show me the curve. Show me the curve and I'll shut my mouth, I'll shut down my channels, I'll get up, I'll stop talking about the earth not being a ball or being flat or whatever. But it's certainly, when I say the earth flat, like he says, what, the earth is flat, but the horizon is horizontal. The horizon is horizontal. No matter how high you go, it's a straight line. So the horizon is horizontal. I don't see no curve anywhere. And if you tell me, oh, the curve is on the other side of that horizontal, come on, it's just nonsense. So, yeah, so show me the curve and I'll stop. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's me in cognitive dissonance. I don't want to see the ball. Maybe I'm in cognitive dissonance towards the ball, but I know that ball is very evil stuff. I know it's very evil, the stuff behind it, and this is why I know it's a lie. I know it's, you know, you don't have to look very far to realize the lies. The lies are straight in our face. It's the truth. The truth is another thing. When we say the truth is in plain sight, yeah, it's in plain sight for some stuff, but I think it's more the lies are in plain sight, and we're just blind to it. We don't want to see it. Some people want to see it because it comes with also putting your cognitive dissonance aside. It comes with responsibility. You suddenly feel responsible for your life. And you know what is funny with the word horizon? It has been created for a flat plane, yeah. But this is what I come back all the time with, flat, the horizon, horizontal, because also we have to be very much aware of what the vocabulary we're using every day means and the etymology of the words and stuff. So, you know, it's a, it's a big, now my message is more the earth is shapeless than flat, for sure, because, but again, the forms, the number, everything, all this has been put inside you. It's a program they put inside you. So it's very easy to see it shapeless. I just got to go back to my infant state and I'll see it shapeless. No, it's not, I'm not in cognitive dissonance with the flat plane or anything like that. It's still a very flat plane in my eyes. There's no doubt there, but there's something else to the earth than just being the terrain. This is what I mean. The earth is much more than just the terrain we walk on. The stars are part of the earth. The stars are souls, I think. They're not suns. They're not suns. You know, they tell us that stars are suns and stuff like that. Take a telescope. Maybe Pierre, take a telescope. Look at the stars, man. Look at the stars and come back to me after. Tell me they're suns. You know? Do a bit of research and come back to me after, or come on my two-man show, talk to me, Pierre, if you want. I invited you many times. If you have truth on your side and you think I'm in some kind of cognitive dissonance, come on my two-man show, we will talk together. But I know not too many people will do that, so, because I don't know, some people, I don't know, attitudes may change because of factor within the person. An important factor here is the principle of cognitive consistency, the focus theory of cognitive dissonance. This theory starts from the idea that we seek consistently in our beliefs and attitude in any situation where two cognition are inconsistent. Exactly. Yeah. So that's it. But anyway, you know, cognitive dissonance is a very, very interesting subject to look at, how to change our attitude, and I think you can reverse that pretty fast, the cognitive dissonance, unless you're, but I think also if you're in cognitive dissonance, you must have a very closed mind. Like, to be in cognitive dissonance, I think you have to have a very closed mind, something that you have to have multi-layers of ego. Like, if you're in cognitive dissonance, there's a lot of stuff that you have to clear, like your layers of ego, and it has to be reduced to a very thin layer to realize the lies and to speak out. After, to speak out, you know, speak out. I don't know. We have to do something here, and it's all together. And me, I can do things alone, but once we join our force and we all get out of that cognitive default state, of humanity that we're in, we're gonna make it a better place. That's for sure. You know, we cannot, like I said the other day, the goal is not to take all the policemen out of the police and to really eradicate everything in society. No, it's just to become more conscious and more conscious of our action, behaviors, and stuff. It's all in accordance with not being in cognitive dissonance. So sometimes you are in cognitive dissonance and you don't even know also. Like it could happen to you without even knowing, but because it's the program also, it's time, I think, also to format the program that's been put in our head. Like at one point, yeah, a formatting of the program has to be made and re-implant the good stuff in it, the good stuff, not just the illusion and the dissonance that we can have towards many different stuff in our lives. So I think, yeah, for cognitive dissonance, I think it's possible to change that for sure. It's just also to open your mind, put down a bit the layers of ego that you have. Before entering that journey, I did not have a very thick layer of ego because I was able to look at what I'm doing. If I would have and I don't do this for popularity. I say it. Look, I come here this morning. There's almost I don't have a huge audience, and for me, it never mattered. For me, if I can change and impact just the life of my children, of a few people around, job done, job done. And I impact my life first a lot by doing this. I impact my life to a level that even me, I cannot even comprehend now, and I will not probably be able to, you know, you cannot join the dot looking forward. You can join them looking backward. So it's very hard for me to say, okay, I'm going to do this. No, I don't know. Like, I don't have any agenda. It's just, I go with the flow, and yeah. But if you reduce your layers of ego, of false belief, of a false pride, because you know the false pride is something that is very potent in us. We are proud of first of all, at one point you're proud in your ego. You're proud to live a lie. You know, you're proud to live a lie. That's what you are. Me, I don't want to have false pride and be proud to live a lie. Like, I'm fed up to live the lie. I want to live the truth. Because that's why I said the other day, the governed mind is lying. I was not referring to the government. I was saying, yeah, in some way it was a double meaning thing, but it was more your governed mind. If you go with the governed mind, it's lying, because everything you've been taught is lies. Almost everything we've been taught. Like, I'm not saying everything from A to Z. There is stuff that, but it's all according to a program, to a fantasy. So at the end, it's just to serve their agenda, to serve, you know, you did not created any language here. They have been put in our head, and that's it. That's what we use to talk. So these words are a code. You know, you have to see it. You have to see things for what they are. Often, if you're in cognitive dissonance, you will not see things for what they are. Also, you will just accept the explanation that's given to you, and you're going to go along with that. So it's to get out that default state of accepting everything they tell us as cash. You know, it's a crime to question. Like, what I'm doing here, I'm just questioning my reality. This is all I'm doing. I'm not torturing no cat live here on YouTube or nothing like that. I'm just questioning my reality. And what in the world I am, it's a crime to question my reality. It's wrong. It's because all kinds of people make me feel like that. This is what happened. Also, when you get in touch with reality, like I am, and like many people are, you look like the one out of touch with reality by those cognitive dissonant mind around you that try to, because it's all vibration. It's all vibration. It's, anyway. Yeah, so cognitive dissonance. Everything has been created to look outside of yourself. Yeah, exactly. Everything, and that's what probably a lot of us have realized in this journey. At one point, you go external, external, external. You look for stuff external, but at one point, you realize, hey, I have to go internal. And this is what happened to me in my journey, but many of us are like that. But that's what they want us to do. They want us to look outside of ourselves for everything, everything. God, everything, divine, divinity. You know, my children last night asked me, Gavin asked me at the table, he says, they were talking to us about Jesus in school. And you know, this is what I do now. Me, I'm aware of those stuff, and I tell them the truth. I'm not lying to them. I'm not keeping them in an illusion. So I sat them both down, and I told them what was the story about Jesus and where it come from, and that they were sun worshippers, and that Jesus probably never existed or something like, I don't know. Anyway, so many people will. To me, the divine is inside each and every one of us. Is inside the rocks, the plants, the snow, even the snow. We were analyzing the word yesterday, me and Ibar. Ibar says, Yannick, he says, in the word snow, there's the word now with the S. Like even that is something you know what, reflection is the mother of wisdom. I told you many of times. So we reflect, no, I had a great conversation with Ibar again last night. Those conversations with people, deep conversation with the right people are priceless. This is moments in my life that worth so much. Past 2 hours with Ibar on the phone talking about all kinds of different stuff, but it's all, you know, it's all about becoming more conscious, becoming more of ourselves, becoming more true to ourselves, and removing the layer and the mask day after day, and to live your truth, because this is the only truth you can probably experience in your life, is yourself, is to live your truth. This is what I found out in my journey. You know, at one point it's good to look for truth outside of myself, like the flat earth and stuff. I still, like, I'm not totally putting all the research and all the stuff that comes to me. Like, I did not discard completely the flat earth, but it's not something that I used to go on YouTube and look for videos and see what someone found, and no more. First of all, I realized that we will probably never know the whole truth. So the whole truth you can know is about yourself, and this is where my journey has gone now, more internal than external, and this is how I explain it. And yeah, that's it. That's what I do. Come here on YouTube and speak my mind. I've been kept silent for a long time, and just like that's what happened too when you know, you gotta get mad. You gotta get mad. If you're not mad, you're not paying attention. If you're not mad at what's going on in the world, if you're not somewhat touched by what's going on, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention at all. And a lot of people are not questioning. You questioning, but you don't listening the answer. That's Pierre again. What's your answers, Pierre? Come on the Truman Show, Pierre. I told you, come live on my Truman Show. Stop coming in the chat like this and to tell me this and that. Come and talk live if you have answers. Come on, I'm willing anytime. If you can prove to all of us that we live on a ball, come on, come. What are you holding back? Me, I just want to learn. I did that Truman Show to learn stuff, and that's why I had many different people. And if I can have Pierre Brown to come on the Truman Show, come on. Me, I welcome you with open arms. But it's your choice. Either you stay in cognitive dissonance, or you open your mind. Open your eyes, open your heart. Most of it's opening the heart, because this is, I think, is the main goal of our existence. We have a goal to our existence, and I think the main goal is to open our heart and to connect with the world, and to, yeah, that's the way I see life. We're here for something. We're not here just to argue with each other and be separated in opinions and beliefs. And no, we're here to elevate that consciousness. And whether you think you're on a ball or I'm on a flat plane, we're in the same place anyway. So it doesn't change. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. We're on the same terrain. We're on the, so that you spin through space or that I don't, we're still on the same plane. So we're still in the same boat. That will never change. That will never change. We're all on the same boat. But this separation and division in opinion and beliefs and stuff brings us from a ball to a flat plane. So now there's people spinning on a ball and people living on a flat plane, or others living on a turtle and others, like, it's crazy. But at the end, it's all in the mind, lovely ones, like Ivar says. It's all in the mind, lovely ones. So the moment you, it was clear to me that it's a psychological warfare we're in, where it's nothing else but a mind game. If you let the system blow your mind, bingo, they have won over you. They have won over you. But you can detach from that vibration, that evil vibration of society. You can detach from that. You don't need to attach your vibration. That doesn't mean you have to go live in the wood. But the moment you stop attaching vibration, you stop watching their stuff, you stop giving energy to them, giving life energy, the system at one point is going to crack. Is going to crack, and people are going to be like, oh, there's a, me raising my consciousness affects everybody around me, just like you, just like everybody that, so at one point we will all, it's impossible, I think, that we all stay asleep like that for eternity. We've been asleep way too long, maybe, yeah, maybe, but maybe before also, maybe, I don't think there's a beginning and a end. I think we've always been on the earth. That's another thing, to make us believe that we come from, that we lived in cave and stuff like that, to reduce us, always to diminish us. They want to, I don't know what to say that, to diminish us, to make us feel little all the time. So to put us in caves, to put us in space, and make us feel like grain of sand, and everything is to make you feel insignificant. So if you stay in that state of mind and you don't reach out for something else, for something greater in life, like living your dream or living your true purpose, or living removing the mask and stop living the lie, and I don't know, rise and shine. That's it, and get out that cognitive state if you're in, because it's going to do great damage inside of your, that's how, don't wait on your dying bed to realize that, to have regrets, that I should have connected with people, I should have opened my mind, I should have lived my dream, I should have, don't wait to be on your dying bed to live your dream, to live your life. Live your life today. Live your life today. It's the greatest era, greatest time to be alive. It's the greatest time to be alive. There's people like me waking up to their divinity, to their true self all over this beautiful plane. So, it's the greatest time to be alive. Me, I've never felt that the timing was more right than now to awake. Like, it is the timing to awake. And everything takes timing. Everything takes timing in our personal existence. So imagine in the whole existence. For sure, everything takes timing. But we're getting there, and to not give up, and to always, come on, over the top. It's not over the top. We have to rise and shine over the top, shine our light, change our attitudes, change our ways. Stop being in cognitive dissonance for all kinds of aspects in our life, not only the ball earth, but if you smoke, you're in cognitive dissonance. If you eat scrap, you're in cognitive dissonance. If you don't exercise, you're in cognitive dissonance because it's good for you and you don't do it. So we are in cognitive dissonance in so many aspects of our lives. So work on yourself is the best work you can do, is work on yourself. That's what I did, and that's what I keep doing every day. Especially doing those talk here, it's working on myself. It's that's it. Life goes fast. Life goes fast. Very fast. I'm 43 years old. I can do this, and I can imagine myself when I was 16. I'm not very different now. So it goes so fast that if you don't live your dream, if you don't move on life, life will move on you. So move on life, live your dreams, I'm out. And rise and shine every day of the week. Every day of the week. Never give up. Always have something to work on, some kind of goal, something to stay driven. You know, you have to stay driven. And that's one thing I don't know how you cannot stay driven if you have life. I told you that's the best motivation you have is you're alive. You have life. Just that should be you shouldn't even need external motivation or anything else just to realize, pinch yourself and realize you're alive. Wow. Rise and shine after, give it all you got. He's out.